Alright, well, it's Black Friday, the day after Thanksgiving. I wanted to make this yesterday, but the store I knew was closing early. I thought it was going to close at 4, so I got ready to go at 3, and then I double-checked the time that it was closing, and it said 3. I ended up not being able to go yesterday to get a Cornish game hen, so I went today after I got off work. The recipe that I'm using, it calls for a Cornish game hen. Look at that. It's like a little rock in a bowl. Legitimately, that's what I kind of love about ringing up Cornish game hens whenever they come through my line. You ring them, like you have like 2 or 3 of them, you accidentally knock them together when you're ringing them up and they sound like you're hitting rocks together. Next, this recipe is calling for fresh herbs, but this recipe says that they use rosemary and thyme. I don't want to buy fresh herbs, especially if it's just for a single hen, a single Cornish game hen, a single person, me. I'm probably not going to be making like something like it anytime soon. So I got dried rosemary leaves and thyme leaves. Then it called for onion. This is a golden onion, 4665. And it also calls for some garlic as well. But I don't know if I'm supposed to use like fresh garlic. I mean, this is a month-old clove, but I think it should still work. Or if I'm supposed to use garlic powder. I don't know. They have garlic powder in the starting image, but then it just says garlic, onion, and garlic. I don't know. Then it also says a lemon. Then it calls for salt and pepper. Salt and pepper. Salt and pepper. Then there's also Italian seasoning. Italian seasoning. Smoked paprika. I thought I had smoked paprika. It's actually ground paprika. I figure one has a more richer flavor and potentially darker color. It also calls for olive oil. So I got extra virgin olive oil to make up for me not being. Yeah. So I guess let's try making a Cornish game hen. I'm reading over this recipe a little bit more, and it says to roast for 50 minutes or until an instant read thermometer says 165 degrees on the center of the chicken. I don't have an instant read thermometer, so we're just going to go with the 50 minutes, and let's hope I don't get salmonella. I don't think I should. And also, apparently, the traditional way to serve this is that one person gets a single hen for a single meal. Okay. That's a bit much. So, I mean, I was just gonna eat this and, like, just eat it as I go. That's a lot of meat for a person. So, anyways, the first thing that I need to do is to defrost the chicken. And so this is my microwave. I got it from my old roommate. Put this in there. Defrost. We're gonna say 5 minutes to start. Alright, so this also says that I need to preheat the oven to 425. Turn the oven on. Turning it on. I should have cleaned this. 425. That looks about good. And it's all empty in there. I have an issue of forgetting to check the oven before turning it on. Melting stuff. My mother knows all about that. Alright, so while the chicken is defrosting, let's try cutting up the onion. 1 large onion cut in quarters. I could have done that so much more elegantly. And then slice it like that. And then we slice it like that. And then we come in here with the fingernail. Jesus Christ. I maybe should have peeled this beforehand. Also, maybe should not bring onions near your eyes. Sliced onions. Jesus. Alright. It's still frozen like a... You think maybe there's a reason that people put chickens in the sink with hot water? My grandmother always does that, but then my mother would put it in the microwave for like 30 minutes. I thought the microwave might be a little faster. We will see, because that was also only 5 minutes. Let's continue peeling the onions. Not too bad, that one went easy. It's on well enough, I guess. Try this one again. Come on, come on. Ugh. Oh my god, my eyes. Alright, so that one's good. This one, there we go, that one came off well. Is this my eyes are hurting? Ta-da, look at that. Look at that. Wow. And actually, I know it says only do quarters, but I'm gonna do eighths just because my eyes are really stinging. That's an 8. Wow. I did 8s. Alright, so then, after I get 1 large onion cut in quarters. Alright, so I am a single male living in a college dorm by myself because COVID has removed the possibility of roommates. So I don't actually have any cooking tray, pans, pots, or anything. I mean, I have this pan. I don't have any baking things. baking trays, like a cake pan or something like that. I have this. It's an IKEA stovetop pan. It's nonstick. I've baked a few cakes in it. It works. I mean, otherwise, I could use this lovely flower decorated cooking thingy. I don't know what they're called, but this one has a crack on the inside. I got it from Goodwill. I didn't realize it was cracked like that until I got it home. I could potentially use it to cook in, but at the same time, I don't really want to try risking it because some moisture might get in there and then it might burst while it's in the oven, and I don't want to clean that up. It at least works as a mixing dish. Onion in a pan. Alright, so I think the next thing is the lemon. Rosemary time. Still frozen like a rock. Well, not really. It's kind of leathery on one side, soft on the other. I think you're supposed to microwave those in the bags, but I cut the bag off because I was worried that there might be some metal in it. You live and you learn. So let's do the large lemon. Large, we'll say. I also got to remember that the recipe that I'm reading is for 2 Cornish game hens. I only got 1. I could have potentially actually just sliced up like half of this, gotten another Cornish game hen in a few days or something like that, but that would be smart. Produce are actually kind of cheap. The recipe also only called for this to be cut into slices, so I did sliced halves. Sue me. Got a lemon seed here. Save that. Another lemon seed. Save that. Ooh, and another one. Always beeps at the most inconvenient times. I mean, the outside is soft. Alright, put that there. Put that. Making this look real pretty. I don't exactly know why, but the idea of growing a citrus fruit tree in Portland weather climate seems kind of funny to me. So that's why I'm saving the seeds. It's funny in the same sense that making a Cornish game hen is funny to me. It's not really funny, but it's something for me to do. I mean, I don't know, it's something for me to do, and it makes me feel more accomplished. So, yeah, what's next? Oh, garlic. It's calling for 6 cloves of garlic. So I made beef stew almost 2 months ago. I got the garlic, actually a month and a half, 2 months ago. I don't quite remember that when. I'm gonna have to go look back in my photos. I got this garlic. It only called for 1 clove of garlic. I had this sitting on the top of my microwave ever since. It works. Sure, garlic is only 50 cents, but I don't want to throw it away. I think it's still good. I mean, I don't see any like bits of rot, and as far as I know, I mean, I haven't actually looked into it. I don't think you can get deathly sick from old garlic. Gosh, I mean, I don't know. It seems like a waste to throw out garlic, so why would you? And we cut off the little butts. I can't wait to see how competent I can try to make myself when I'm editing this. So now, is that minced? It doesn't say, it just says garlic. 6 cloves of garlic. I could try crushing it with a knife. I've seen that done. I don't know how you do that. I don't want to try doing it, like end up like slicing my hand open. So, spoon. Oh my god, that's so much harder than I thought it would be. Wow, I just made flattened garlic. Put it there. Flattened garlic. And a spoon that smells. Ooh, that one crushed nice. Crushy, crunchy. Alright, so there's that. Are you supposed to put this on top of it? On top of game hen or around it? This is why you're supposed to read instructions all the way through before trying to cook them, because now I have no idea. Let's see. Instructions. Combine all the dry rub ingredients together in a small and a roasting pan. Add rosemary, thyme, garlic, onion, and half the lemon slices. Place the hens in the roasting oven pan. Oh, you're supposed to save some of the lemon slices for afterwards. By golly, by gee, that makes sense. Alright, so there's 3. Actually, I have more than 3, but... Leaving 5 slices in the pan. Take the lemon slices in the frigidator. In the recipe, it says that you're supposed to do the dry rub on the inside and the outside of the chicken. Only the outside of the chicken is defrosted, so I just put it in a pot of hot water. So we're gonna see. Read the instructions beforehand. Why would I do something so simple? Oh yeah, that's the pot. Also from IKEA. Before I moved out of my parents' house, my mother took me to IKEA. Forgot her debit card. I had to pay for it. And then she reimbursed me later on. But yeah, I have a lot of stuff from IKEA now. This knife, this cutting board, that spoon, pan, drying rack for dishes. IKEA. Let's put together the dry rub while we're waiting for that chicken to defrost. I also don't have any measuring spoons. So we're calling this a teaspoon. So it says we need 1 teaspoon of salt, or to taste. That works. That's too much. You can be anal about it, or you don't have to be anal about it. Either way. Next one is pepper. This is also a leftover remnant of my roommate. I've never actually used it. A teaspoon of Italian seasoning. Kroger Italian seasoning. It's open! That's maybe a little much. 2 teaspoons of smoked paprika. This is not smoked paprika. This is regular ground paprika. Oh, Christ. Ooh, that smells kind of good. Mainly the paprika. Let's add more salt. I think that's enough salt. Let's add a little bit more pepper too. That's enough. What's the next thing? Garlic powder. Garlic powder. Yay, there's garlic powder. Now, it's calling for red pepper flakes, but I don't have red pepper flakes. Oh, the rosemary is supposed to go in the pot because it's supposed to be 2 sprigs of it. Pan, whatever. We just simply add it into the dry rub, even though it's really something that can be incorporated into a dry rub. And now we try using a spoon and a Corel bowl as a mortar and pestle. Wouldn't you believe it? This isn't really working. Oh, it's actually kind of working. It's actually kind of working. Ta-da! The dry rub. Wow. Now, I was trying to crush it up like that. I figured you probably already figured it out because you're a smart person. But I don't know, because the rosemary is dry and I'm incorporating it into the dry rub instead of putting it into the pan. So. This is still hard as a rock. Got squishy skin. But it's still hard as a rock. Let's just try. This is going to be a bad idea. Might just completely ruin this entire chicken, but we will. Plastic wrap. Doesn't stick to the bowl. Why would it stick to the bowl? Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. Oh, kinda. Squishy chicken. You know what I just did? I just put a I just put a frozen Cornish game hen into the microwave on regular setting, covered in plastic wrap, trying to defrost it. I figured it should be fine, but also at the same time, I might just end up cooking the chicken in the microwave instead. On a side note, my oven is preheated. Look at me potentially ruining a perfectly good chicken. Alright, so now this is the 2-minute mark. Those toes are very hot. So I kind of started cooking the chicken in the microwave. So now we're putting it back in the pot. Wow, here's an idea. When you're telling yourself that you shouldn't do something and you're thinking about, hey, is this gonna be fine? I can do it, it'll be fine. Don't do it. Point in case, trying to make this Cornish game hen after I got home from work. It's now 10:54. Second case in point, putting the chicken in the microwave on a regular setting and starting to cook it when it's still partially frozen. You live and you learn. You live and you learn. Just keep telling yourself that. You live and you learn. Also, if you're wondering why I only put the chicken in for 5 minutes, defrosting a single fillet of salmon takes 5 minutes. So of course, a 1.5 2-pound bird is equal to a 8-ounce fillet. My mom always said I was a smart one, not in the proper means. Oh, another thing that you can try doing with garlic after you've used it, but you're not going to use it again for a while. Plant it and have your own little garlic plant. I know I overwatered it, but it hasn't croaked yet. Now, do I need a garlic plant? No. Is that going to grow anything? No. There's bubbles coming out of the chest pocket of the bird. I think the water's getting some. Wow, bubbles. It's an amazing wonder what turning on the right light can actually do. I don't know how I didn't realize it was so dim in here. Also, this kind of reminds me of that one time I uploaded a video of my mother cutting the breastplate of a chicken with some kitchen shears. And it was just for the purpose of like creating a gross ASMR video because it was the loud cracking and nothing else. I posted it on Vine and I had a porn bot like it. That was the only like I got on the video, was a porn bot. So porn bots have a weird taste in crackling chicken cartilage and bones, I guess. Why is it called salmonella if it comes from a bird? Shouldn't you get salmonella from a salmon and cottonella from a cod and breadinella from a bird? Why is it called salmonella if it comes from a bird? It doesn't make sense. Hey guys, guess what? Defrosted chicken! Drippy chicken, dripping everywhere, drippy chicken. Defrosted chicken, we're ready to go! Now we gotta pat it dry with a paper towel or some other type of cloth. I won't tell anybody. Then we can season it. Alright, so here I got a cloth. You can guess where I got it from. IKEA. Big surprise! Take the chicken, juicy chicken, put it on the cloth. Wow. And pat it dry. And I just got an email. Like you're drying off after a shower, it's a dead bird. Ooh, 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 ooh. Don't play with your food. But Mom, it's a flying chicken. Flying dead chicken. Ooh. It's a sticky chicken. Got a little tail. And you wonder why people become vegetarians or vegans. It's because you play with food. Also, frankly, the conditions, and this smells bad. Frankly, the conditions inside of a slaughterhouse or growing farm are not the best for the animal. Throw this one over there. Where'd my other towel go? There it is, behind my computer. So now, we take the dry rib, put it on the bird. Put the bird. Woo! And it just goes everywhere. I love take the dry rub. Hold up, was I supposed to put oil on this? Is the oil supposed to like... You put the dry rub on it and then you put the oil on in the pan. Well, you know. I'm sure I'm not massaging it in enough. It's just going everywhere. You know, I was thinking it's too much for this one chicken, and so I was thinking, hey, why not save it? I've gone directly from the chicken to the dry rub a few times. I don't think it would be the best idea to... Yay, there's... Now for the least favorite part. You gotta put the dry rub inside the chicken. Yum, 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 yum. And how much of this is just falling straight through? Oh, none of it. Wow. This is where the chicken's living organs used to be. And now I need a new towel. Alright, now we grab this. That was loud. Take the chicken. Move this out of the way. Take the chicken. Ta-da! Put this over it, I guess. This said a 10-minute prep time. Why do I think someone was raw? Why do I think someone is a little inexperienced? Oh, hey, look, another seed. Put some more of the dry rub on it. Yeah, this would have been enough dry rub for 2 chickens. This is going to be very well seasoned. And now, drizzle the hens with olive oil. Oh, it's olive oil on my lip. Or that's just drenching it. Ooh. No. Wow. Alright. Oh. Look at the chicken. Woo! So now... We take the chicken. We take the oven. Open the oven. Ah, that's hot. Take the chicken. Squat. Put it in. Oh, it just cleared. Look at that. That's a chicken in the oven. Hey Siri, set timer for 55 minutes.
55 minutes and counting.
Timer's going off. 12:12. Should have done this sooner. Oh well. Let's see. Oh, look at that. That's a chicken in there. Oh, chicken. Fun fact, I also don't have any oven mitts. Come on. Ooh, that looks good. It's very precarious. Ooh. I think I did it. I think. Now we have to let it sit for 20 minutes. Hey Siri, set a timer for 20 minutes.
Okay, 20 minutes and counting.
It's been 20 minutes. Chicken is cool. The Cornish game hen is cool. I put it onto a plate. This is the soup from the bottom of the pan. I don't know. We're going to throw this in my freezer and we're going to see if there's actually anything I can do with it. We're going to see if there's anything I can do with that. I don't know if there is. We will find out. Ta-da! It's a Cornish game hen on a plate, and I grabbed some of the onions and one of the lemons, and I put it on the plate. I made it fancy. It looks properly cooked. It looks proper. It looks cute. Roasted chicken. First time doing it, too. It has a taste. Tastes exactly like chicken. I just made a tiny chicken. I mean, as a Cornish game hen, of course it's going to taste like chicken. It's effectively a pygmy chicken. What else is it going to taste like? It's just good. What's the onion taste like? That's a good onion. Tastes like lemon at the same time. I'm kind of happy now. This makes me happy. It tastes like a proper food thing. God, it's amazing what following a recipe can do. When you follow the recipe and it works out. I like this. So, do you still feel this way when you cook for a family for 20 years like my mother did? Do you still feel happy? Or, I mean, you got to. I mean, it's the fruit of your labor. But, like, do you still feel happy after you've been making stuff for 20 years? I mean, it can't be, like, this same level of joy. Very strong on the seasoning, like I said it would be, but... I should make more stuff like this. And this is just a recipe that I found when I was going back to the sales floor from my store's break room. I just wish it didn't take me a full hour to prepare. This took me an hour to prepare, almost an hour and a half. Partially, part of that is because I was filming it. Part of it is because first time doing stuff. Also doesn't help that I didn't pre-defrost the chicken. Maybe I should have put it in my coat pocket on my way home instead of putting it in my backpack. But yeah, so this time, instead of me just sadly kind of saying I'm loving this, I can actually say I'm loving it.